Honor flights are saying thank you because it's never too late to say thank you, even though we're very delayed in saying thank you to some of the veterans.
Personally, I've been involved with Honor Flight since the beginning, back in 2008 when the planning started, and then the first flight in 2009. It's been a pleasure ever since that time.
For me, we have not said thank you enough to them, and they were people that did not have a welcome when they came back. They weren't, looked back as heroes. They came back and went to the farm and worked, and they went to their jobs and worked, and I think it was time that we honored them for that.
A lot of our vets' stories, they're very similar. So maybe they didn't have a big parade when they came home, that they went to work, they just kind of went on with their lives, didn't talk a lot about it. We've seen that with our Korean War vets too. I mean, most of those guys are in their 80s. They felt forgotten, and going on a flight like this really helps them understand that their service is of value and that it's been valued.
I got a lot of harassment. There's one thing on my badge that I had on my uniform, it says combat crew. And they see that, and you've called every name you could think of.
It eats at you after a while that you were overseas, you gave 2 years of your life for your country, which that's a great honor in itself to be able to do that. But then not to even be acknowledged when you got back, and you were more disrespected than anything.
I see it with veterans where it was a brutal war, and I don't think our generation can understand how brutal it was.
I have participated personally in the honor flights, being a guardian on as many as I can get on. I have also, our company has also financially supported the honor flights. Obviously, these honor flights don't happen without money.
For each particular flight, what we've discovered, we're right about $80,000 per flight for a regular flight, but we have a couple this year that are going to be pushing $100,000 each.
As I first heard of this whole concept of taking veterans, many years ago, it was Memorial Day weekend coming up, and one of the radio stations, 620, was doing a segment on that. It's the first time I heard that, and years later I got a chance to help fund some of that. That's how I got involved.
Our airport staff here have a passion for Old Glory Honor Flight. Just the hours that we put in to make sure that everything goes as planned. We like to think that we take care of all of the airport details, and we have those down to a pretty exact science.
There was a pretty good sized send-off when we left Appleton here.
The enthusiasm at the airports was pretty much overwhelming at the time, especially like Reagan. I mean, just the average people coming and going would stop and clap and give me a thumbs up.
This was outstanding. I had tears in my eyes.
Well, all you need to do is to go to the airport welcoming this flight home, and you're going to be hooked. You're going to get involved.
I don't think we'd have an opportunity to be a business owner today without these veterans.
One of the things that we've found is that our employees are proud to work for a company that supports the honor flights. This is something that kind of has gelled a lot of people because their parents or grandparents were vets and have served. And so we're giving everybody a personal connection to thank parents, grandparents, and our employees are excited to be involved in the honor flights, and they're very proud of our company.
I think the best part about Appleton Airport is the passion that our staff have for the honor flight event. All of our staff here volunteer their time. We feel very connected with the heroes that we welcome here. And the reason we volunteer our time here is because we love the Honor Flight Network. We love the people that work the Honor Flight Network, the board, but most importantly, we love the people that it serves, our heroes, and the reason that we have the freedoms we have today.
We get approached a lot by by people asking how they can help. And it's a good problem as a charitable organization to have, where people are in line to volunteer. We have lots of volunteers that help us with flight day operations.
I am amazed at the creativity that people have as far as fundraising for us. We do all kinds of different things within our organization, but outside organizations do a lot of things as well.
We have a really unique fundraiser here at the airport for Old Glory Honor Flight with the Pulling for Honor. It is a really fun opportunity for you to come out and test your strength at trying to pull a giant airplane, which is owned by FedEx. We were able to raise $75,000 for the first Pulling for Honor.
Schools, they do penny wars, they do different bake sales. You name it, they've done it, and we've seen little kids all the way up to high schoolers really put forth tons of effort, tons of love to really showing our vets how much they're appreciated.
For any business that's approached or considering giving to the Honor Flight, I would highly recommend it. It's always hard to measure payback or value or anything, but I think the Honor Flights are a solid investment, and I would encourage not only the financial commitment, but get employees involved, because they are going to embrace this and be proud of the company that they work for that supports this.
I just have a soft spot for people that are going to put their life on the line for other people. That's a sense of kindness or duty or whatever word you want to use that's beyond what I think anybody that's not been in the military could even understand. And so I should put my resources to help them get that chance. I'll support it till every veteran that wants to go to the memorials has a chance to do it.
The images that we get from our flights and the tears and the laughter and these lasting stories, they mean a lot.
The emotions are unbelievable. You know, all 58,000 plus names that are on there. To most people, they're just a name carved in that cold granite. But for a veteran, I personally worked on some of the guys whose names are on that wall. And for me to be able to go up and do a pencil etching of their names, that brought them back for just a couple of seconds, and I was able to let them know that they're not forgotten.
I have 7 grandchildren that never realized what it was or what we went through when we were in the Army. And through all of this, with the mail bag and the whole thing, they all came to me after.
You feel welcomed again, and a lot of the pent-up feelings that, like I said, I had for 48 years after this flight, and after the welcomes that we got and the way we were treated, a lot of that stuff is lifted off our shoulders now.
Some people might give a lot of money, some people might give a little money, some people might give a lot of time, some people might give a little time. It all matters.
I would thank them from the bottom of my heart for assisting with that, for helping with the Honor Flight, because it is extremely important.
Like, it's priceless. And anybody that can afford to sponsor a flight like that, either all in full or just part of it, they're just outstanding people. They're great Americans.